a gathering of former soldiers to remember.
We're not here to celebrate war, that's not what it's all about. We're here to commemorate the sacrifice that gave us this country we have today and the freedoms that we experience.
While most of the Commonwealth paused to remember the fallen on Monday, the 100-year anniversary of New Zealand joining World War I wasn't until yesterday afternoon.
Britain declared war with Germany on the 4th of August, and I understand it took 12 hours for that notice to come to New Zealand. It was received by the Governor, Lord Liverpool, at 1 p.m. on the 5th of August at Parliament, and at 3 p.m. New Zealand was responding with a declaration by the Governor at the steps of Parliament to about 15,000 New Zealanders.
100 years later in Christchurch, underneath the shadow of the Bridge of Remembrance, the bridge that thousands of soldiers marched across on their way to war, a small group of former soldiers shared a moment of silence.
From an RSA point of view and from a veteran's point of view, it's hugely important, but we're heartened to see the response from the community, particularly in Wellington yesterday and again here in Christchurch today. While it's not big numbers, it shows that people care and people are committed to the freedom that those guys gave us.
Speeches were made from the Mayor and veterans before wreaths were placed underneath a statue of Sergeant Henry Nicholas VC.
This is about New Zealand's involvement, and as one of them said, about our nationhood, and that's what we do commemorate. We commemorate that sense of nationhood that was built in the trenches of Europe.
Various other commemorations are planned over the next few years.
Another 4 years through until Armistice Day 2018, where we'll go through commemorating the various events when New Zealand got honours in the First World War.
Veterans will first gather in Littleton on the 24th of October.
Which was the date that the Canterbury Mounted Rifles and the Canterbury Regiment embarked on the troop ships from Littleton to join the New Zealand Echelon Force.
The next big commemoration will be Anzac Day next year.
Next year, of course, is important to us because it's the centenary of the Gallipoli campaign. Huge loss of life for New Zealanders, not the biggest loss of life during World War I, but certainly the first one, and the baptism of fire for us.
The Christchurch RSA will also mark its centenary in December next year. It was the first RSA set up in the country, with hundreds of others following its lead around New Zealand. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.